from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's run out of bounds but gets the ball across the 50 to the 49. So Army's offense will get the football first. And here's a guy, if you throw it in his general vicinity, he's going to pull it down. We'll keep our eyes on him all game long. The quarterback's telling us that he is going to be a prop. Anderson will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Inside the 25. Turning it on. Touchdown, Black Knights. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers offense coming on the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. The good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of his passing attack. Now they'll run it to the right here. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll go to the counter. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. On the ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Under pressure. Got his man back here. And he'll pick up the first down, and he got drilled on that tackle. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10.
After watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And off with the shotgun. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were targeting him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, gonna throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've
got some more headed to the goal line.
The offense goes to see that stream. Really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep leading on the football. Should be able to score.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And he's coming out this and wants to throw. Got his man. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, we'll take that throw all day.
Ball down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Complete to the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Black Knights have this offense rolling. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Over the middle it's Smith. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Black Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Sells to fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Fleming. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Nice move to keep running. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Black Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Look out! Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit and didn't pick up there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes down. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Left side is Fleming. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. The Black Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
At first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Trying to bully their way in. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Out wide right, it's Fleming. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Army!
Down close to the goal line. Great job by the tight end on his route for that touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and throw right. Got him right there. Guys, let's chat a little big picture, Auburn. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. On the return. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Anderson will throw. Swings it out to the flat. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football. An absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Phillips. Driven back.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where are you supposed to go? There's absolutely no lane for him on that one.
Here comes his home ground as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Calls it in. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a 1st down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
Fires into traffic and intercepted. Look out on the right. Touchdown, Black Knights. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with the 1st down.
And every drive is obviously important. But now that you've done yourself a hold this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
On play action. Got his man on the outside. Brings it to the open. Found enough room to get into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll run it. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. On the move, it's Phillips. Enough to move the chains. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll give it to him again. Got a little grass. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Really good-looking run, and when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block, and as a defense, you better limit your mental errors, or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
And after that last completion, left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down. How will they attack on second and short? With the catch, it's Phillips. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Anderson wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. Long way to go on second down. From the gun, it's Phillips. Oh, he's got some space. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Black Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed behind the line. It's Phillips. That defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. You can hand it to him, throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Right side, it's Fleming. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down. What a play to come up with the interception. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the right. Almost picked off.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Trying to make one miss. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Black Knights offense will go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line. If this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership, come out here, lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. It's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He's past the sticks. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Black Knights come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second and long here. Anderson will throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Fires on the move. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Out wide left, it's Phillips. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner. But right now, they want to stop on third down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Hands it off. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down, and the clock continues to run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He's going to throw deep right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out. Still applying the penalty. The Black Knights will build away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Checking in with the Army head coach coming out of the locker room. Guys, we may have an upset brewing. As you know, this team came in here not highly ranked and highly regarded, but that doesn't matter. The players on the field have had something to say, and they are really taking this game to the home team. We'll see if there's an upset continuing here in the second half. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Quarterback keep. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Auburn lines up quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Looks it in. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. In the backfield, it's Phillips. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out of the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Making the adjustment. Anderson wants to throw. Finds this big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Phillips. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Smith's got it. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they will, and that's why they got the first down.
He'll throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He'll get rid of it. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And the Black Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Left side is Smith. Touchdown, Army! And the stomping has commenced. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, and they have to get to work on this drive. Trying to establish the run. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They give it back to him. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Balls and fired complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Searching for space. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job of play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and answer.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got some green grass. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
There he goes. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Black Knights.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Rush right in his face. This offense has it with really good field position. Anderson will throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They'll need a bunch on second down. He's looking to pass. The screen, he's got wheels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Quick give, it's Phillips. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop. Lost to throw one first. That's it fly. Holds it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Sells the run, looking to pass. Out wide left to tackles. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So we open the final period with a third down play. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, it's a bit of a missed opportunity, I think, on offense. You know, 3rd down, I love the RPO call, and I love getting that receiver the football. You just would love to see him do something with the football. Make the defender miss and go.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Anderson wants to throw. Couldn't set his feet.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of at the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
All the way to go on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Left side is Fleming.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Turns into the pile. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Fresh set of downs going up top. And the Heat gets home. They knock it down back in the 45.
They're going to need more of that. They're down multiple possessions today. They need to create negative plays. They need to make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and finally they come away with their first sack.
inside. It's Phillips. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way. And we look pretty good.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves.
Snags it, and he's open. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Fresh center downs going to the air. Makes the grab. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. Yeah, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Black Knights sideline, this offense has been a big storyline here today. We did not expect them to be so efficient against one of the top defenses in the country, but here we are. A big blowout. They have the ball and the lead. Coaches keep talking to the players about finishing strong. We'll see if they're able to keep up that momentum here today and get the upset. Reese?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Rides to the back. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. They get to him as he throws. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. 2nd and long here. The give. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Just got rid of that one.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
What a great job on that kick. Bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. They are back on punt field position. The drive starts at their own 9-yard line. back on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And with the pick six. Touchdown, Army!
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in